Let me ask you something. Have you ever had this experience? You and your partner are intimate. Things go beautifully. You both finish and you're lying there, maybe sweaty, maybe smiling, and you think to yourself, okay, I'm ready for round 2. You reach for your partner. You feel the desire in your mind, but your body doesn't respond. You wait, you touch, you try, but your erection just isn't there. At first, maybe you laugh it off, but then in the back of your mind, a whisper starts. What's wrong with me? Why can't I get hard again? Does this mean I'm not man enough? Will my partner be disappointed? If you've ever felt that sinking worry, I want you to pause right here and hear me. You are not alone. This happens to men everywhere, every day, in every culture, at every age. In fact, it's one of the most common concerns men bring to me as a urologist. The problem isn't that it happens. The problem is the shame and misunderstanding around it, because here's the truth. What you're experiencing is biology. It's normal. Your body is not betraying you. It's actually doing exactly what it's supposed to do. And once you understand the science of erection recovery, why, you'll stop feeling like something's wrong and start feeling empowered to work with your body instead of against it. So, today we're going to go deep. We'll explore the science of erections, the natural recovery period, the way stress and shame play into it, and I'll share real patient stories. Men who felt hopeless but discovered healing and confidence, and I'll give you practical tools you can start using right away. By the end of this talk, my hope is that you'll walk away not only with knowledge, but with hope, compassion for yourself, and a fresh way to approach intimacy. Let's start with this simple but powerful truth. If you can't get a second erection right away, it does not mean you're broken. It does not mean you're failing as a partner. It means your body is asking for recovery, and recovery is not weakness, it's wisdom. Think of it this way. If you sprinted 400 meters as fast as you could, then immediately tried to sprint again, your legs wouldn't respond the same way. They'd be heavy, shaky, slower, not because you're weak, but because your muscles and nervous system need to reset. Your penis is no different. It's controlled by nerves, hormones, and blood flow. After orgasm, all of those systems need a breather. That breather is called the refractory period. Now, here's where shame creeps in. Culturally, men are told they should be machines. That sex should look like porn, hard instantly, able to go again and again, no breaks, no limits, but that's not real life. That's a performance created on screen, often with medical aids, editing, and actors who are trained to appear superhuman. Circulation, blood flow, and stamina explained. Comparing yourself to that is like comparing your morning jog to an Olympic sprinter's gold medal run. It's unfair, and it sets you up to feel inadequate, and here's the kicker. When you start to feel shame, your body releases adrenaline. Adrenaline is your fight or flight hormone. It pumps your heart faster, diverts blood away from your gut and genitals, and prepares you to fight or run. It is the exact opposite of what you need for arousal. Erections live in the parasympathetic nervous system. That's the rest and relax state. Shame pulls you into the sympathetic nervous system, the fight and flight state. So, the harder you try, the more your body resists. I've sat across from countless men who carry this silent burden. They don't talk about it, they don't tell their friends, some don't even tell their partners. They carry it like a secret failure. And that secrecy becomes a wall between them and the intimacy they crave. I want to tell you about one of those men. His name for today is Alex. He was 28, fit, athletic, in love. He came into my office, shoulders tense, eyes darting around, clearly embarrassed. He said, "Doc, something's wrong with me. I finish once and then I can't go again right away. My girlfriend says it's fine, but I feel like I'm letting her down. I see guys in porn go for hours back to back, and I can't even last 2 rounds. I asked him how long it took before he could get an erection again. He said sometimes 20 minutes, sometimes an hour. I smiled gently and told him, Alex, that's completely nighttime vitamin and hormone balance normal. He looked at me like I just told him the earth was flat. He had no idea. I explained that the refractory period, this natural recovery time, changes with age. At 18, it might be 5 minutes. At 28, it might be 20. At 38, it could be an hour. At 58, it could be a day. None of that means dysfunction. It means biology. Your body is rebalancing hormones, calming nerves, refilling energy stores. When Alex heard that, he actually laughed with relief. His girlfriend had never complained, but his own expectations were crushing him. Once he understood the science, he stopped panicking. He started talking openly with his girlfriend. They found new ways to connect between rounds, kissing, touching, playful teasing, and guess what? When the pressure lifted, his erections came back faster. By letting go of shame, his body worked better. Now, not every man reacts like Alex. Some, like Sam, another patient I'll tell you about, spiral in the opposite direction. Sam was in his 40s, married 15 years. When he couldn't get a second erection right away, he panicked. Instead of talking to his wife, he pulled away. He started avoiding sex altogether. He thought, if I can't perform like I used to, maybe it's better not to try. To calm his nerves, he began drinking before sex 1 glass of whiskey, then 2. At first, it relaxed him. But as many of you know, alcohol is one of the biggest erection killers. It numbs your nervous system, dulls blood flow, and makes recovery even harder. Soon, Sam couldn't get or keep an erection at all. His wife felt rejected. He felt ashamed. They stopped touching, stopped talking, started drifting. When he finally came to see me, he was brokenhearted. He said, "Doc, I think my marriage is over." But it wasn't his body that was broken. It was the silence, the avoidance, the shame. Mindset, stress, and confidence reset once we unpacked what was happening. Once he understood that his recovery time was normal and that alcohol was worsening things, he felt hope. We worked on stress management, breathing techniques, and slow, mindful intimacy. He stopped numbing himself with whiskey, and slowly, he and his wife rebuilt their connection. The breakthrough wasn't just that he could get hard again. It was that he stopped being afraid of intimacy. So, let's talk about the body in a little more depth. After orgasm, your nervous system shifts gears. Levels of a hormone called prolactin rise. Prolactin helps your body feel satisfied, relaxed, even sleepy. But it also temporarily lowers sexual desire. It's like your body saying, "Hey, that was great, let's rest." Meanwhile, your blood vessels need to reset. Erections are a hydraulic event. Blood fills the spongy tissue of the penis, held in place by tight muscles. After orgasm, those muscles relax, blood drains out, and the tissues need time before they can refill at high pressure again. Now, here's the fascinating part. The length of this reset period is influenced by many things. Age, yes, but also stress, fatigue, alcohol, medications, smoking, chronic conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, or obesity. Even your emotional state matters. If you feel safe, loved, and relaxed, your recovery is shorter. If you feel pressure, ashamed, or distracted, it's longer. This is why erections are not just down there, they're whole body events, your bedroom strategies that actually work brain, your nerves, your blood flow. Your hormones all must align. If one system is out of sync, performance suffers. That's why lifestyle changes matter. That's why emotional safety matters. That's why compassion matters. So what can you actually do? Let me give you some steps. First, accept your refractory period. Don't fight it. Fighting biology only creates stress. Instead, welcome it as your body's wisdom. Second, support your body. Exercise regularly. Even 30 minutes of brisk walking improves blood flow. Eat for your heart, because what's good for your heart is good for your penis. Sleep deeply. Drink water. Cut back on alcohol and nicotine. These small changes add up to stronger, longer lasting erections. Third, expand intimacy. If you can't get hard again right away, that doesn't mean sex has to stop. Explore touch, kissing, massage, oral sex. Whisper to your partner, laugh together. Intimacy is so much richer than penetration alone. Fourth, manage stress. Try this next time you're with your partner and feel pressure. Pause, take 3 slow breaths. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. This shifts